Well, welcome everyone to Grape Finance Weekly AMA. In chat, we have LB. Welcome, LB.
Hey everyone, how you going? Good to see you all again on the weekend this time.
In the weekend this
USA
time,
time, yeah.
a little bit more USA time, and that means we also have Dave. Welcome, Dave.
Hello.
Very good to see you again. We don't have a lot of questions, so maybe some more questions will be coming up in the chat. People know that they can always ask more questions in the chat going on, which is called AMA March 26 in the Discord. No, don't sniff my cat also thinks that she needs to give a contribution. Let's just start with the first question. It's from Nathius, and they say, do you have any plans on making it easier to contribute to the code base, like tickets, etc.? Would gladly help out some. And you've already answered that, LB, haven't you? Because I saw an answer on that.
Yeah, I just because it's to do with I just wanted to provide the link to it, I guess. But yeah, it's obviously, the GitHub is public. So you can you can clone the repo and then you can issue a pull request. And then I'll review it and merge it if if there's no conflicts. And obviously, if you have an issue, you can submit an issue as well on the GitHub. So it's all public there. I just wanted to provide the link, so because I'm not actually sure if the link is available. I might put that link in the docs actually for the GitHub.
Might be good because it's a lovely thought that someone wants to help coding a bit.
Yeah, it's always good. I mean, we have a few contributors. We've had a few. Operator obviously did the Zap for us, so that was through the GitHub, and had also early on we had a contributor from ENS do the wallet, that wallet little feature for us where it if you have an ENS domain, it will show up on the wallet on the site, and NFT as well. If you connect that to your ENS, the NFT will show up there as well. So it's like a cool little thing. But yeah, that's all through the just contributing on the GitHub. Just issue a pull request and we'll merge it if there's no conflicts.
Really cool. So please, anyone who's into coding a little bit, don't hesitate to come and help. You're all welcome. Yeah. Cool. Then we move on towards Felix MK. And he says, any plans for a Grape AVAX liquidity pool? Personally, I'd like it as a way to maintain exposure to AVAX native token, and it could also make it easier for people to enter the ecosystem. Shall I take that one?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right. So the thing is, as soon as we make an AVAX Grape liquidity pool, we immediately expose ourselves to AVAX, which means that if AVAX goes up, we'll go up, and if AVAX goes down, then we'll go down. The whole idea behind Grape Finance so far is that we don't do that. We only deal with MIM, which is a stable coin, so which increases our own stability. And as soon as we make Grape AVAX LP, then we kind of move away from that. Am I right there?
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I guess, if we do, like, we can obviously create a new pair, AVAX, Grape pair, I guess. But, if we did that, it wouldn't be the peg pair, so to say. Like, we'd still be pegged to MIM. And that would just be like a way another route to trade on the exchange. But the issue then is when we create an LP, you obviously need to incentivize people to add to that LP. So if we actually want liquidity there, otherwise, I can add liquidity with the DAO funds of, say 10 grand or something like that, but that's not really enough to like satisfy any actual trading. If you buy $100 worth of the token, then you're probably going to be, 1% impact, and that's 100%, $100 buy, which is, or sell, which isn't really, like there's no real point to it then. So we'd need to incentivize LPs to actually add AVAX and Grape to that pool, which then means the only way we can incentivize right now is in the vineyard, and so then we'd need to dilute the rest of the pools. So it's not something we do right now, or something we're thinking about right now. We can make the pair, but not have a good way to incentivize it right now. So yeah, maybe something for the future. It wouldn't obviously be the actual pair we're pegged to, because we're always going to be pegged to MIM unless MIM has a major issue, which I don't think it will. And then we'd need to find a way to incentivize LPs to actually add liquidity there so that it can actually be used for trading. But yeah.
Yeah, it would have there would be a slight price impact following AFX because of the arbitrage going on there. But other than that, it's also what you say. Definitely. Cool. So I hope that's all clear, and if it's not, then don't hesitate to ask questions because we'll answer them later. Fizzle has a likewise question. Is Grape truly packed to the price of MIM, such that if MIM loses its $1 pack, then Grape will follow? Or is Grape technically packed to TWAP $1? In other words, if MIM goes to 98 cents and Grape is 99 cents, will the winery print? This was actually answered by, I think, Operator.
Yeah, I think I saw that. Yeah.
It was answered by Operator, yeah. But I think we should give the answer regardless. Yes, it is packed to the price of MIM, and not to the price of $1. It is packed to the price of MIM.
Yeah.
So if MIM goes down, then so would we, and if it goes up, then so would we.
Yeah. Well, technically, it's like Grape is pegged to 1 MIM, so regardless of what you can trade MIM for, because obviously there's numerous different coins you can trade it for, and numerous different other stable coins you can trade it for. DAI, USDC, USDT, UST, and all of those different coins are technically, supposed to be $1, but they never trade 1-to-1. Like you can go to an exchange and try and buy, 1,000 USDC with USDT, and it will not be 1-to-1. And same as DAI, especially DAI, because that's also a collateralized one, like MIM is. So you'd have usually an impact. Usually you'd get 99 cents on the dollar of your USDC or USDT, for instance, with DAI, and that's similar with MIM. So we're not, I guess, on the homepage, kind of made it, I guess, more simple in saying that, Grape is, $1.02, just to make it, more simple to view. Because I think a lot of times on Toonforks, you have the TWAP and then you have the price underneath. You got way too many numbers. It's kind of almost confusing sometimes. So we try to keep it simple and say, okay, we're assuming that MIM is $1, which it is supposed to be, just like all other stable coins are supposed to be too, but they never really are. Like none of them are never $1, because this is as Operator said as well, this is on the blockchain. It's not getting the actual US dollar value. It's getting, it's supposed to be representative of $1, but you can't always trade it for one actual US dollar, because you're not actually trading $1, you're trading one USDC, you're trading one MIM, you're trading one DAI, and they're not actually $1. So we're technically pegged to one MIM, in other words. So if MIM is 99 cents of USDC, it's kind of almost irrelevant for us, only if you want to trade to USDC. We'd on the homepage, one is representative of one mim. So Grape is 102 mim at the moment, in other words, if that makes sense. Maybe I went around too much there.
No. It absolutely makes sense. In essence, what you're saying is we've just simplified it a little bit by comparing it to the dollar, but that doesn't mean that it's always exactly $1 because sometimes mim deviates a little bit. I've seen it been $1.01. I've seen it been 99 cents. It's just not exactly the same. It tries to be.
So the idea is, we're pegged to one mim. So forget about the US dollar aspect of it, to be honest, if you actually want to look at it like that. But the US dollar gives sort of like a representation of some sort of common denominator of, hey, like people know what a dollar is,
It kind of works.
Yeah.
So then Felix asks, most yield node projects, because we're about to start our investor nodes, most yield node projects pay out in a reward token that has no peg. So if the nodes are going to pay out in Grape, regardless of TWAP, won't that make it very hard to peg? Will there be a function for node payouts to adjust based on TWAP?
We're not going to adjust based on TWAP because you can look at the nodes like a locked staking pool almost, essentially. So in other words, no new Grape is being created. Like it's the same amount of Grape that exists. So in other words, there's no extra sell pressure. Like you're just only locking up Grape, in other words, that already exists, that's already been minted by the treasury, because we're not minting any extra Grape. And that can, obviously, we're going to incentivize compounding of nodes and reinvesting that into more nodes of Grape. And as well, kind of the idea of it is, to lock up Grape and our tokens. We'll probably also do a wine node to lock up wine in there as well, and also an LP node. I'm thinking we should do that as well to essentially like incentivize LPs in a different way to the vineyard, but also lock up the LPs. So you can get a higher return, but you essentially lock it up. That's essentially what a node is, really, a locked pool. And so if we do that as well, a portion will go to the treasury, which can be used to add to the LP if it's in the Grape one, and we're higher above TWAP, to increase liquidity. And if it's in the LP one, it can be used to almost split that LP and use the MIM section portion to market buy Grape, so there's buying pressure there. And I'm also thinking of doing a MIM node. We talked about this before, where that will be used to buy Grape. So there will be buying pressure on Grape in that respect. And then obviously we're going to be incentivizing people to compound their returns. I think that's as well the next question. A similar kind of answer for this.
Saints
question. Compounding is an important thing with nodes. We're going to have the multipliers with the NFTs that are coming out, and also going to gamify it a little bit in ways like, the people that will have a weekly sort of wine lottery. It's similar to the raffle, which we may sort of, depending on how people like it or not, we may merge the raffle with this kind of thing where, there'll be a winner for person with the most nodes made that week. We'll have a set win in wine, and then everybody else has an entry based on the number of nodes they make that week, which then wins, which then goes into the pool to enter a wine reward per week. So there's things like we can do in that respect with gamifying it
That's
to
pretty cool,
incentivize the
actually.
nodes. Yeah,
That's pretty cool. Just to have more, yeah, just to have some more like this is a race to have the most nodes this week. Like
yeah,
that's really cool.
yeah.
I like that.
So I'm thinking this will be more of a V1 node that we're bringing out with these NFTs. So there'll likely only be one tier, which will do relatively cheap, sort of like 50 grape, but you can have as many as you want.
Mm.
Just so that the barrier to entry is low for everybody. And there'll be obviously a fixed return that can be adjusted depending on sustainability, but it will be higher than in the vineyard because it is like a locked pool, locked staking pool essentially. And then obviously the NFTs will give you a multiplier based on that, on based on which NFT you hold of those rewards. And then we'll gamify it as well. So that's and then that's kind of the idea, really.
Would you need
I guess.
one NFT per node that you have, or would one NFT affect all of your nodes, or how would that work?
Yeah, I think what we're going to do is a couple of technical challenges with making the NFTs integrate with the nodes, but something that will is pretty much solved, and in the testing phase now. So it's going to be, a single NFT grants you the multiplier across all the nodes that you have, um, considering that they're limited as well. So
I'm
not,
sorry,
not everybody
considering
can.
what? Because you fell away for a bit.
Oh, the NFTs are a limited run.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we're going to make it so that uh, the NFT that has the highest multiplier is applied to all of your nodes. Um, and also the NFTs also enter you into a separate monthly raffle as well for wine, which is a separate thing, just like a bonus thing, really.
Yeah. Really cool. I think that also kind of answers Saint's question, as you said. His question was, would you be open to sale and or claim tax on Grape
Mhm.
rewards generated specifically from the NFT nodes, thinking of ways to incentivize holding and reduce sell pressure? It's just thinking along a little bit, I'd say.
Yeah, well, the a sale tax we can't really do on Grape because there's no tax function on the token, so we can't do it specifically on the token. But I guess a claim tax is kind of also similar in a way to kind of reducing the rewards. I'm not a fan of tax,
No.
but it's you either have high rewards and you tax them,
Mhm.
or you have a more sustainable level of rewards and you don't tax them, and they kind of even out. But I guess as well, we do want to incentivize people to compound compound their nodes. So that's something that obviously we'll do with the gamification part is one section, one idea to help that.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of other ways we can do it in possibly where once you reach the amount available for the node in rewards, you can compound and you get a sort of premium, or you get like a little, it's a discount in another way, or at least make it easy, very easy to compound, like a one button click, really.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
yeah,
in a sense, we still have our future of lending and borrowing. So
yeah,
that
yeah,
the compounding in itself already makes sense.
yeah, yeah,
But it's
exactly.
we just still need to have people focus on that a little bit. But yeah, in the short run,
Yeah,
of course,
yeah,
the notes are awesome.
yeah. It was a little like bonus thing, I guess. It's not on the roadmap.
Awesome. Those were all of the questions. I see that someone is typing. In the meantime, Dave, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
I don't think anything too crazy for this week. You sent the videos over to me, so we should be getting the Series 4 or Series 3
Oh yeah, very nice.
videos up sometime next week.
Yeah, just to
And
be clear, those are the videos where I'll be tackling the how to best invest for the good of the protocol. And this, of course, doesn't include nodes yet. It's just the LPs, because of course it's good for the protocol to have certain liquidity pools. But how to then how to allocate and how to think of which one needs to be big and which one needs to be small or doesn't really need to be big, stuff like that.
Yep. And then depending on the timeline of the nodes, we might throw together like a little hype video for the launch, get some Twitter buzz.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes.
I think as well, I've realized that, we have on the roadmap, Q1 user help guides, and we already have quite a few user help guides. I realized that it's kind of like more of an ongoing thing, really. So we'll never actually complete that.
We can make it like a yellow dot, like
it's just we're just gonna like whenever we find
and then write
something
it again.
Yeah. Because it's just something that you always figure out something new that, especially with new developments and whatever with the protocol, you want to have some sort of education around that to like inform people how to use it properly for the best health of the protocol and whatnot. So really that kind of just never ends, which is good in other words, but it means that like we can't have it in a Q1 or whatever for the roadmap, because it's kind of it just never ends. Like we've done it, but it just never ends.
Exactly. Well, the thing that Aspercelli was typing is kind of a shilling, so I'm gonna leave that one. Do you have anything, LB, that you want to add at the end of this AMA? Or are you good?
I've been working on this at the merch store. Like it's pretty much ready. It's been me that's been the delay. Unfortunately, it's so many other things to do that have just like crept up. But it's like it should. I just gonna get JC to I guess look over it finally. There's like a finalization of the shipping settings, because he'll be doing the fulfillment basically. One of the issues was I wanted to have it only for crypto payments, but the problem is that like there's no good checkout systems that do crypto payments on AVAX or anything other than Ethereum, which is kind of annoying, because I don't want people to have to pay $20 to make a $20 transaction in USDC. So I've had to set up a proper bank account to accept card payments, which makes more sense. Like it's easier for people, I guess. But it would have been nice to have. I'm just surprised that there's no gateways for shops that aren't that accept payments, ERC20 coin payments on AVAX or Phantom or any other network that isn't Ethereum.
It's always Ethereum or Bitcoin network that I've checked around as well, and that's a shame, and maybe we should start that, but it will take some time.
Yeah, it's something that we'll do for sure. Some sort of gateway for Grape on AVAX at least, and possibly the other chains. Oh yeah, as well. We just got on the multi-chain for Phantom, so you can bridge Grape to Phantom, and we'll be, I guess, working with some protocols there. Miniverse will be one. We'll probably do some. Have to figure out exactly what we'll do, but we'll do something cool, like maybe a staking pool there, an LP or something like that. Because they're pegged to USDC, so it's kind of like similar. There's the same goal really in terms of pegging to a stable coin, but they're doing a lot of cool things with the NFT games that they're releasing. So, they're a good team. So, yeah, we can now bridge to Phantom. So we'll be doing some cool things there as well with Grape.
Yeah. Really nice. All of that. And I did hear some suggestion that there would soon be an interesting video with Eric.
Oh yeah, I think Eric is doing a video tomorrow, maybe with
Tomorrow. It was Sunday, I
Dowking.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So please be
Um,
looking out for that. Will be an interview between Eric and Dowking.
Yeah, should be really good. The last one was really good, so this one should be releasing some cool info as well, some alpha for people listening in. So yeah, I'm sure he'll post in in our chat as well.
Of course. Okay. Well, I guess we're done with it then. And I would say thank you for listening. Everyone who listens to the recording, and those people who attended, thank you for attending. Those people who asked questions, thank you for asking questions. And we'll see you all in the next AMA. Bye-bye.